It's the Bears and the Vikings coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run.
On a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the bootleg, Burton. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Minnesota.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Throwing on first down. Burton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. They'll look to throw again. Flushed, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Right after it, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Well, they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. On second down, Dobbins.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And some room to roam now. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Burton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Burton. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of the running back, Roundtree. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on a catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Lynch. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Off the bootleg. Burton. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? 123 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. First down, the run with Lynch. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Burton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Burton. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Let's take it in at the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
145 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Room past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. The ball comes out. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On 1st and 10, Burton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Burton.
They'll get this out wide to Scott.
Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Burton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back to throw. Burton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have the Bears' first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw to Dissly. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They start the drive with Lynch. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Burton. His throw incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Off the bootleg, Burton. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Bears 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. Appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Odafe Oweh there on the tackle.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds Lynch. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And just like that, it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On the give, this is Lynch. And he's got some space here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they...